Good morning, game changers. Welcome to the end game. My name is Juniper Blue Mystique. I am an Ascension Master, Master Healer, and Divine Guide. That is the simplest way to describe who I am. But what I've been doing is not normal. It's not like anybody else you're going to listen to, and that's not my ego. I can back up everything I say. Matter of fact, the truth of what I mention is right here on this channel in which you find this video upon. From clearing Mount Shasta, which was not light at all, to activating pyramids all over the globe, masculine and feminine, waking up my own twin flame, battling a fallen angel for over a year, actually, more than one, undoing the entire collective shadow, all darkness back to the beginning of time, clearing Jesus' soul, uniting Mary Magdalene and Jesus, and undoing the unholy grail, and so much more, including and not limited to drying up and turning the Nile blood red. That was my lifetime of Sekhmet. So in truth, what I've been doing is bringing about the return of Christ from all the way back to the beginning of time. Adam and Eve, Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and Sekhmet and Horus. They're all the same soul, and they were all twin flames, just different lifetimes. And in each lifetime, they were murdered, separated, and mocked. And it got worse and worse and worse. And that is why, my friends, we are in the end game. We are in the end of time outside of God. And I did bring it all about. And guess what? I won. I survived and I won, and I even survived my original twin flame. He didn't make it, but I was so blessed to get a new one. A new beautiful soul that I got to become acclimated with, that has now been working through his own journey and rising. Now, what is coming on right now, what I need to talk about right now is something very, very, very important, because this is hard to understand until you're healed enough to understand. But I'm hoping, and Spirit is in the energy for me to talk about, that way it helps you to see clearer and clearer more every day. The difference between awakened and woke, right? Are you awakened? Is that enough? Illusions of grandeur are not grand at all. They are delusions. This is kind of what's in the air at this time, right? Like co-creations. A lot of times I like to do spell casting. The problem with that is unless you're healed enough, you can't create anymore. You will not be creating in the new earth unless you're healed enough. So it's something to take very seriously, because in bringing about the ascension, it is revelations, and I opened up all gates through the 13th gate and into the new earth. But it's not just as simple as that, my friends. It's not just as simple as being awake and being able to see clearly, because you don't really know what you're seeing at all. There is layers of illusion. There is layers of growth that needs to occur. And when you get to certain points only, then you get the DNA activations. Everybody thinks they are just open to receiving them, and they are not. And that is not an illusion, my friends. The illusion is to think that you are. Because I know what it takes, okay? You have to be healed enough. You have to be calling your power back from every lifetime, not just this one. It is more grand than what you even know. Illusions of grandeur are not grand at all. They are designed to keep you from the truth and the reality of love and of God and of it all. So how awake are you? Can you see completely the truths that you need to see? Can you see where you anchor into darkness? Can you see the shadow upon every lifetime you've ever had? Because now none of those lifetimes matter at all. They have been undone. The only thing that matters is this moment forward. How clearly can you see? How much can you see through the illusion of it all? How deeply can you see from the muck and the fruck that was created by the false God? Can you see pure love and pure love only, and the power and the creator of it all? Can you see who I am? That is not my ego. Don't let your ego fault you. Okay? I have people constantly throwing things at me like, oh, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. It's all illusions. Okay? Are there people out there who claim to be something they're not? Yes, they do it every day. And so is the God you were all following. It was not God at all. Illusions of grandeur are not grand at all. Little did you know Mount Shasta was not of light at all. I didn't know that. Did you? until I cleared it all. Did you know the Holy Grail was not holy at all? I didn't even know what it was until that came through me on Christmas Day last year, live on this channel, unbeknownst to me, because it was my own awakening. That's the thing, is even I couldn't see it all until I was through it all. The difference between you and me is my heart was already pure, and I knew to just keep going and going and going, and I never ever let the shadow stop me. Do you? Can you see through the illusion into the creation of it all? How do you create in the new earth, my friends? Let's talk about that, because I like to do spell castings on Wednesdays, right? I think we're on a Wednesday. I don't know. Time is flying. Oh my gosh. The days are becoming jumbled because they won't be days anymore, okay? Eventually, things are going to change more than you ever know. The illusion of time has already been undone, and I undid it all. On this channel, you can actually watch that. Now, most of the things on this channel are for you to witness. Only the blessed can rise through the path that I created ahead of time, okay? So that's the difference. You'll hear me talk about that too. But the new earth is different, okay? The new earth is totally different, and I talk about this a lot. So spell castings, I can do them. I can provide them for you, but unless you are healed enough and aligned with the energies that I am, they may not work 100% for you. Why? It's not an illusion. Don't let your ego fault you. It's just because you're not healed enough. So in order to be in the new earth, okay, in the path to righteousness, I talk about this, and people have done it. I've walked people through it, and I don't care if you believe me or not. If you think that you can't see it or you need proof, watch the videos on my channel. But when I walk you through the new earth, through that path, you get a heart review in the end, and all your karma must be cleared. The new earth, 7D creation, even 5D was our original blueprint, but I fought so hard, survived my twin flame and all fallen angels and all these attacks, that I got to take us into 7D so that it will never happen again. Darkness will never be here again. We will not suffer. There will be none of it. It's gone. Okay. And now you must rise out of it all. But in the new earth, once your karma is all cleared and your shadow is healed and you can see clearly, and you're truly in your power and ready for just pure soul growth, you get a blank slate. So not only do I do a heart review, I get their keys, I check their karmic contract. If the karmic contract is all done, they are pure and clear to go forward. Then I cleanse their soul, I walk them through the new earth, and then they get a blank slate and a pen, because now it is your job to create your future. Time has been undone. All time has been reset. And it is your job to create your reality from that day forward. Until you get there, you are in a karmic play out. You cannot ascend. Do you understand now? Is it making sense to what the return of Christ really is? And to what the Great Reset really is? And what the illusion of falsehoods really are? And how you must completely let go of all that once was, all of your karma, all of your shadow, all of your ego, because ego is not reality at all. And in the new earth, you are pure. You are pure in the creation of what you were meant to be through the eyes of God and God only. And every past life is gone. It's been undone. You won't have one either way. If you don't make it and you don't clear all of your karma, you go somewhere else and you start all over either way. That's what people don't realize. Time has been reset. Time will be no more. You cannot continue going forward on the path you once were. It's done. That's what I did, okay? That's who I am. And that's why if you let your shadow block you from seeing who I am, that hurts you even more. Because if you have found me, the one who truly did bring it about, but I don't just say that, my friends. I'm not just here to become some egotistical maniac who wants you to approve me. No, I don't need your approval at all. What I'm telling you is this is the truth. I have the proof. You either rise or you don't. I either get to see you in the new earth or not at all. I'm okay either way because it's your free will. But I will still give you the tools. Okay, I will tell you what it is and I hold the keys. My path is the only way either way. Because I brought it all about. So you either rise through the rapture of it all or you rise through the path to righteousness, which I created. which takes you out of the rapture of the collective soul, because that is you choosing and being ready to completely grow into righteousness. That's what that is, okay? It's not my ego. Don't let yours fool you. But in the new earth, in order to really truly create, it's not easy. It's not like I just snap my fingers necessarily, but I can. Just wait, let me explain. Your vibration is everything. How do we have the highest vibration? You have to be healed completely and your chakras open and aligned and know how to do that. That is why I have both the academy and the path. Because you have to understand how to heal, how to use the energies, how to do the things you need to do in the new earth, and not to mention how to work those energies, because they are that of God. The laws, as you guys call them, have changed, but what I call them is we are all connected and we are all one. So we must play in that energy properly. Okay? Making sense? So in order to create in the new earth, you must be evolved. You have to have all your DNA activations. That's a part of it, but it's not just that. Is your central nervous system being upgraded, repaired, redone, rebuilt? Are you a light body completely? Because that's where we are. Not to mention, I have much more. But the people that came through now have 10 inner chakras and not 7. That's how much work I have done. There's way more than you can imagine on that path. Trust me. Okay? So to create in the new earth, you have to be pure of the heart, an open heart, and balanced from the heart center. The high vibration, balanced in the heart center, and that is where it all comes through, my friends. And you may look at my path and go, if she was real, she would have like this mansion and all this stuff. Bullshit. That's not important to me. No. The only thing that's actually important to me is the love of my twin flame and my family. Having a roof over my head, yes. Do I need all the illusions and all the grandeur that everybody else cared more about? No. No. What's more important to me is love. Yeah. So where I falter is just because of my twin flame journey. But you would know that, though, if you watched my videos, instead of going into that judgment energy, which is not of any of us. Okay? And you're all coming through it, trust me. I see people throw judgment at me constantly, and they don't realize what they're doing. It's the illusion of grandeur, which is not grand at all. So I'm going to tell you right now that spellcasting in the new earth is a little different. The way the earth is now, since we hit the reset point, I rewound time all the way back to the beginning of time, meaning every past life you've ever had no longer matters. They've all been lined up to now, and the only path forward is the rapture, okay? So if you're trying to create within that and you're not growing as a soul, you can only create to a certain point as it is, okay? But here's the thing about that, is everything we once knew is falling. It is about to crumble and fall. When you learn about what Sekhmet is, and I had somebody do a reading on me years ago trying to figure out who I was, and they said, without giving a name, that I was here to create destruction so that it can be rebuilt. That's a really good point, because that's what I've done. Everything is about to fall. Okay, so how do we create in a world that's crumbling? You can't create in that one at all. No, my friends. If you are anchoring into the new earth, that is where you will get to create from. Okay. I look back at my journey and I realize how wounded I was. And sometimes I didn't spew love and love only. For that, I apologize. But if you realize how much pain in the battle I went through, maybe instead of judging, you would have love. Empathy, sympathy, and compassion, right? Growing into the new earth. If you are growing into the new earth, if you are soul growth, if you are able to see beyond the illusions every step of the way, because they are layered illusions, my friend, just like layered healing. So each layer I rise, there's going to be a new illusion, a new temptation, a new test of God. And I must be able to see clearly through those to choose love, to choose light, to grow as a soul. Once I do that, I undo my karma that I created before. This is karma-based. Then I get to call my power back. Then I get to receive the upgrades. Then I get to move forward. Then I can create at that level. Okay? So each level I rise, my creations rise. So if you're finding that you're having trouble manifesting, it's probably why. You need to instead focus on manifesting. You need to focus on soul growth. How do I grow? What do I need to heal? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do so that I can be sure that I rise? Then once my vibration rises to a point, I'm going to call in something. So manifesting has changed. Everything has changed going forward. And this is something you should definitely take seriously. Definitely pay close attention to, my friends, because I can't tell you enough. It is the end of time. Time has all been erased. And I talked about that on my last video. I talked about the fact that when we went through the new earth, it was completely the end of time. Meaning, and that's a scary thing to say, okay? But I mean, it's real. All of the past has been rewound back to the beginning. None of your past lives will matter. None of the illusions matter. The only thing that matters now is healing completely back to the light of the one. You're all fragmented pieces of the light of the one, and your job is to find love, pure love, and love only, and continue growing as a soul and not letting the illusions of grandeur trap you, or the entrapment that they designed so well to trap all of humanity. And you better believe as you rise every way, it will try to stop you. It will try to stop you. I've seen so many times people go to push that button to join my path or do a healing with me, and their shadow, those illusions of grandeur, stop them. Who I am is not normal, my friends. It's not like working with anybody else. Don't let the illusions stop you. Create in the earth, but know how to create in the new earth. And until you're in the new earth, you cannot create in the new earth at all. But what you can do is create a path of healing, enlightenment, growth, and removal of the illusions of grandeur. The more you raise your vibration, the more you can truly call in, because the only things that exist now are that of God. Everything else is falling and crumbling and trembling and burning and cracking and being washed away if you're paying attention. And if you're truly paying attention to the work I did and watching me activate pyramids and things, I tell you that I created those things. I created them as I activated pyramids, shifted poles. I even built a pyramid in Africa, and I said everything outside of that will fall. And then ever since, there's this big, huge crack dividing it all. For if you're truly paying attention, you can truly see what is happening to you and what came through me. Know what you're creating. Know what energy you're creating in, because only those who stay will create it all. Everything else from this day forward will fall. So manifest, but do you know what you're manifesting? You're always manifesting because we create our reality. If you truly understand and you're truly aware, manifesting is a level of awakening. But you're either awakened or you're awoke. I can see this level, but maybe not this one. I can see this one, but maybe not this one. It's time to rise through it all. What illusion level are you on? I'm already in the end. I'm already in the new earth. There's only a few of us that are. I have said that to you already. The only ones that have gotten into the new earth are the ones that I brought through so far. Because now the rapture is upon you. And in the end, it's about who makes it. Right? But who makes it? Is it God going, I don't like you? Is it me going, oh, I like you. You come with me. No. No, that's your ego. That would be ego. That would be shadow. That would be the false God. It's who chooses to grow. It's not about seeing. It's about seeing beyond the illusion. Have a beautiful day, my friends. P.S. Are you paying attention to all that's falling? All the earthquakes, all the things that are happening? It's not normal. And it aligns with the work that I've done. But you would know that if you watched those pyramid activations and everything that I've done. They're pretty not normal. Not normal at all. We have to consider we don't know all the answers. That's what co-creation is for. That's why I do the courses that I do and the path that I have, and it's all different for you. And I'm going to tell you right now, only your ego tells you you know what's coming, because you don't. So much love to you. See you later.